Who, child? 'Cause
Yeah.
let me tell you something about Atlanta. Let me tell you something about ATL. Okay? They all want to be your friend when you got the way, but as soon as they get the way, what is there for us to talk about?
Why the hell so many people are trying to tell me to slow down? Seems like motherfuckers should be shutting the hell up and enjoying the show.
Okay, so Miss Leah Diaz, how you doing?
Yeah. I'm good. I'm good. Happy Tuesday.
I know. I'm excited because I just love when I have sisters here that are making some fucking money.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody can pay for their own flight. You know what I'm saying? They can pay for their meal. They can pick up the whole tab. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I'll turn into mathematicians when the bill comes.
Okay, like, wait a minute. And it takes 30 minutes just to pay the tab. No, ma'am. Here you go. Here you go. We got this. So thank you so much for accepting the interview. I am humbled that you're here, especially when we have inspiring, culturally moving sisters such as yourself.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That means a lot.
No problem. No problem. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Just in case people aren't familiar with you, you are on Married to Medicine LA.
Yes.
Okay. You are the CEO of Hype Hair Magazine.
Yes.
Okay, I got something to tell you about that later. It's funny. It's something I did, so I feel bad, but I'm gonna confess today. And you have a few other businesses. Can you name those? It was so much. Like, your money is coming through different streams. Yeah.
So I founded, and I'm the CEO of the Girl Cave LA. We're a chain of beauty supply stores. We have locations in Southern California, Orange County, California, Dallas, Texas. So we're getting ready actually now to open up our 7th location. So we are the largest, #1 Black-owned beauty supply chain in the country. So I started that business about 6 years ago. I also own Champ City Bar and Lounge, which is a lounge in the city of Inglewood, California, where I'm from, my hometown. Wow. So it feels good to have a hometown spot in my hometown that I, cultivated and created. And then my husband and I own a juice bar together. We went in as partners in a franchise. And so we are owners of a juice bar in Boyle Heights here in Los Angeles.
Absolutely amazing. Now, what I'm noticing and congratulations on the beauty supply store. I'm so glad that, we are moving into a market, a sister such as yourself, selling products that we know that we need.
Yep, absolutely.
And we ain't being, no offense, but we ain't being watched coming into the store. Girl, that's a whole nother segment I could get into. I'm like, do you, I ain't trying to be funny, but you know who I am.
Right.
Yeah.
Imagine you see, you go into these stores and they have a sign that leave your bag at the door. What is that?
I'm not leaving my Louis Vuitton. I'm not leaving my wife Saint Laurent. I'm not doing it.
I heard that.
Well, welcome. So I gotta ask you, is Married to Medicine? I kind of heard through a source the show was canceled.
So your sources are correct.
Oh, wow.
So I'll say this. The network decided not to move forward, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to put it on another platform. It could come back as streaming. But just right now with what's going on with COVID, and they got to be very strategic about what programming they put out. So we are on halt. That's what I like to say. But you never know. They're bringing back Real Housewives of Miami. They've been off the air for a while. And they're rebooting, bringing back all of these shows. It's just in the upcoming schedule, they just have not renewed us. So that's where we are with.
How do you feel about that?
I'll be honest with you. My life is so full and so big that reality is a lot of work. That's what people don't realize. Cameras following you around and having to coordinate your life around a production crew is not normal and it's not easy. So I do miss the friend group. I do miss the fun parts of it, but I'm okay with the break.
Okay. Now, I know you had a lot of problems with your castmate, Shanique. I think her last name is Drummond. Okay, I always get her name. I want to call her Drummond. But have you guys made up since?
We have. So you know what is so funny is, Shanique is a lot more like me than I suspected. And when I came into it, we were friendly before we started filming. And then the cameras start rolling, you get a different version of people, myself included, because I show up when the cameras show up. And so I just got a version of her while we were filming that I didn't like. And I'm sure she would say the same thing about me. But since we've come off of that platform and we've been able to connect as mothers and, you know, wives that have busy spouses. We connect in a different way. So it literally is nothing like you see on TV, our relationship. Like just be in the pool and hanging out.
So you think people get brand new when them cameras come on?
Oh, absolutely, girl. Absolutely. Because I'm like, where was this Shanique the whole time we were filming? Because we would have been besties.
Yeah.
There's a few people that what you see on TV is what you get. Jasmine, what you see is her. There's no like extra layers or depths to it.
Okay.
What you see on TV, that's homegirl.
Okay.
But I think that you on TV, I don't think that the cameras gave Shanique justice. I think that she's a much more complicated and complex person than what we got to see on TV.
That's deep that you said that, because I know I've interviewed several reality stars and they absolutely hate that they allow themselves to get into the reality TV business, because they feel like the cameras, the producers made them look away to where they couldn't even have dinner in public without like people trying to jump on them.
I understand. You know what it is? I really got on TV to be honest with you, I did it to elevate my businesses. That's what I thought was going to happen.
That was gonna be my next question. How did reality TV do for your businesses? But keep talking. That's my next question. So going right into that.
So to be honest, I didn't know how to show up differently because I didn't show up thinking I was going to be a reality star. Like my agenda was totally different. I was like, I want to be seen. I want to talk about the girl cave. I want to talk about all these things I have going on, and I want to be seen so my brand can elevate. So what you saw on TV about me is literally who I am. Like when my dad sees the show, he's like, wow, you really are, like, you can't turn it off. Like you are you. So I can't blame editing. I can't blame any of that. Whatever you saw of me is who I am, how I would have responded in real time.
Okay.
Didn't change cameras. That's how I would have acted in my living room right here.
Okay. I mean, that's good to know, because a lot of people, you know, I've had some, well, they were girls, of course, because, you know, it's different filming a reality show as a little girl, in your 20s, versus a successful entrepreneur such as yourself who got kids and a husband. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. You now, and you ain't changing it. It is what it is. Yeah. But go ahead. Say that again. I'm sorry. Say that again.
Change it for nobody. Not a camera. Nobody else. It is who it is.
I feel that. Now, because here that's what I wanted to get into is, how did the reality show produce for your businesses? Because a lot of women do use them to market. Candy has built an entire empire off of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Nene, not so much.
Not so much.
Struggling.
It's funny, people say I look like Nene. I get it all the time.
I think it's the camera angle. But you ain't got them big teeth.
I'm done.
But you know, some of your mannerisms, it's okay. But as Black women, I think we share a lot of the same mannerisms, especially, you know, when you're hanging around women who are making boss moves such as yourself. All right, winos, we are actually live from my dining room. My family and I have just had dinner. We've cleared the table, and now I am here, and you guys are going to see another part of what I do as a part of my health regimen, okay? Now, I've taken antibiotics my entire life. I've stripped my gut health of everything. On top of that, I put gluten on top of that, and it has helped to destroy, you know, more of my gut health, even leading me to have an appendectomy, okay? I have low mood swings, okay? Low mood swings, all the above, depression, okay? Bloating, fatigue, all right? All because I've stripped my body of what it needs. I'm more prone to infections, bacterial, yeast, you name it. And after seeing my doctor, thank goodness, okay? They highly recommended that I use a daily supplement of a prebiotic and probiotic. And so I've chosen Teamy Blend's Gut Love. I love it because it's vegan, non-GMO, gluten-free, dairy, soy-free, sugar-free, so much so I have to read all this, corn-free, no binders. And I like to put it in the mornings. I like to use it in the mornings in my smoothies, because you guys know that I am a daily smoothie drinker, green juice drinker, carrot juice drinker, or after dinner or after a meal, okay, with water, all right? And so you guys are gonna see me take this, and this has about 20 billion, okay, strains, 7 different strains, 20 billion of, I cannot pronounce these probiotics, but it's like Bacillus, Subtilius, Lactobacillus, you know, all the stuff that our gut needs to help protect us from foreign invaders. And because I've taken antibiotics, I don't have any. And this is how I get them, okay? And this is how I stay out of the hospital. And this is how I stay from getting sick, okay? And so I've just put my scoop in there. It's a nice little cute, chunky scoop, okay? Now, for you guys are thinking that this is probably nasty. It's not. It actually tastes really, really nice, okay? And for those of you guys that aren't water drinkers and you have to flavor your water, why not flavor your water with Teamy Blend's Gut Love? And this is the triple berry flavored powder, okay? This is actually my favorite, okay? And so all I do is put it in there. I'm gonna stir it just a little bit. Go like this. And that's after every meal, okay? In a meal. This is what I do in order to keep my ass from getting sick, okay? And so I'm gonna need you guys to get on top of your gut health. You may suffer from allergies, all sorts of things, okay? It's because your immune system doesn't have any type of support. And we all know that the immune system is in the gut. So if you're constipated, you ain't letting it out, okay? If you're not constipated and you don't have anything helping to keep foreign invaders out, this is what you need to be doing, okay? And so Teamy Blends has offered us, because this is actually one of my favorite products, I can't live without it, a coupon code, 20% off using the code UNWINE, okay? The link is below in the description box. I highly recommend this because I know a lot of y'all, just like me, grew up in the 80s, grew up in the 90s, and you took a shitload of antibiotics. And so guess what? You're probably sick, got allergies, mucus, all sorts of things in your body because you don't have anything to help fight those off, okay? But take advantage of the coupon code offered by Teamy Blends UNWINE and get your 20% off now, okay? Now get out of my dining room. I'm about to go to bed.
Yep.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Now, I don't think Nene ugly, but I do think you look better. You're very beautiful. Yes, I think, yes. So, no shade. You know, I ain't got nothing against Nene. You know, I'm just saying. That's my opinion.
Well, listen, I'll take it.
What you drinking on, by the way? I see your wine, honey.
You know, it's some wine that I had in my wine cellar. I just literally, we opened it maybe 2 weeks ago, and I was like, let me drink this before it's not good anymore.
Oh, nice. So you got a wine cellar too, huh?
Right.
I got a couple of those. Listen. No, but I'm not going. But how did the reality show produce for your businesses? I mean, you have a lot, so.
Yeah, I think that, so they didn't show my businesses on the show. So you didn't see the actual parts of me running my businesses or see them. But what it did do is it gave me a platform where people wanted to know me. And so in turn, they just automatically, if you Google me, you see Married to Medicine, but you also see my beauty supply stores, you see my bar and lounge. So, consequently, people got to be exposed to my businesses because they got exposed to me. So it was helpful. I'm not gonna lie, I had my best year in business last year.
Wow.
While they're on the air. Absolutely.
Okay.
So thank you. It's a Medicine LA. Thank you to Pop. Thank you to Bravo for giving me a platform to be able to expose my businesses, because you can't buy that type of exposure.
You can't. Okay. That's good to hear. I was worried for a second, Are you nervous about the show, I guess, not being renewed for now, that maybe you may see a drop in the sales, or have you feel like you've solidified yourself enough for people? Because I feel like we live in a society now where people are buying you, not necessarily the product, but you are the product.
Yeah. I do get nervous about that. Where are people going to get tired of it because they don't see me on TV or whatever that is. But the good thing is that I built a relationship with all the women in Atlanta when I got introduced to them 2 years ago. So people like Heavenly and Neela, all of those girls, Quad, they represent for me. So I really feel like I got the benefit of being on TV without being on TV this last year, because Heavenly talks about my stores like they're her stores.
Yeah.
And views on her Instagram page. So I am grateful for that.
Doesn't she own a beauty supply store?
Yeah, I helped her open it. I was her coach.
Well, shut up. I didn't know that. Yeah. Okay. Because I was wondering, okay, and now tell me you got a stake in that now.
Well, you know what it is? I don't, because Heavenly is a businesswoman. She and I negotiated and we went back and forth. But what it was is that I got to build a relationship with her. And she got to know me really well, that it really wasn't even about money once we got involved. It was really like I wanted to learn from her and she wanted to learn from me. Okay. So when I say exchange information, I call her in the middle of the day. She's like, girl, I'm in here. You know, she's a full dentist. Like she has a full schedule. She's like, girl, I'm working back. We just exchange information. It's just so valuable. Like forget
But please tell me you are now going to be franchising. That's a franchise.
Oh yeah. Franchise.
Okay. Who, child? Let me tell you something about Atlanta. Let me tell you something about ATL. Okay. They all want to be your friend when you got the way, but as soon as they get the way, what is there for us to talk about? So, you know, one thing I will give Portia's ex-fiance Dennis McKinley credit for is that hot dog factory. He get a piece of everybody that open up.
Right. I understand. I want a hot dog factory. LA.
I want one too. I'm like, well, we can't set it up here in Atlanta because it's him. I'm like, shoot, I ate there. I'm like, it's legit. So, you know, I know. I should be eating them. I'm gonna be at your juice bar next. So, but please, if you ever decide to, well, you bought into the franchise for the juice bar, right? Because I was gonna say, if you did that, I would love to buy into that franchise here in Atlanta.
That's my store in Anaheim is a franchise. My other store in Inglewood is a franchise. Actually, one of my castmates, Kendra Segura, is a franchisee.
Nice. Well, I really need that paperwork.
Yeah, girl.
I'm a juiceaholic now. I am. I drink juice all day. I'm telling you. And when I drink the beet juice, my little stuff is red. I don't want to get too vulgar. That's how much juice and carrot juice. My hands turn orange. I'm telling you. But yeah, so please, I do want to connect with you offline for that because I would love to go in under my people. So,
I'll send you the info.
Okay, perfect. Now, I want to get into your relationship with your husband. Not so much, I guess very personable, but a lot of people will look at women such as yourself and say that when they have successful men, they cannot have it all. You have it all. Now, did your first marriage, because I haven't seen you talk about your first marriage, because this is your second marriage, correct?
No, I wasn't married. So I was
okay. You was a baby mama. Okay. I love the honesty. I love it. Okay. Why do you think, okay, now for the girls that are out here thinking that baby mamas is cute, which I see some baby mamas handling their damn business, you know what I'm saying? What advice would you give to anyone that was in your position? Because now you're married. So this is your first marriage, correct?
This is my first marriage.
Okay.
So my oldest daughter I had very young. My daughter is 17.
Oh, wow.
And I'm 36 to explain that to you. So I was a teen mom.
You 36?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. I'm still so old. I'm an old child.
I'll be 37 this summer.
Tell something to me. You making more money than me too? God damn. Go ahead. Damn, I got to catch up. Go ahead.
Look. Having a child so young made me hungry because I realized very quickly nobody's going to do anything for you, baby father included. Nobody gave me anything. And I became an adult overnight, and I realized like I had to take care of myself and I had to take care of Kayla, who's my oldest, by myself. I couldn't expect anything from anybody. And I thought life was going to be different, right? Like you're 18, you get pregnant, you don't understand, like bills are due, baby got to eat, you got to pay rent, all of those things. So having a child young made me just different. And so I started dating differently after I had my daughter. I stopped hanging out with people that couldn't elevate me. And I stopped dating men that were taken from me. And so the good thing about my marriage is that it's an equal partnership because he understands the value of a partnership and I do too, because I've been in a relationship before where nobody, gave. I was the only one giving. So
okay. Now there's because here's the thing, the controversy online is successful women with children cannot date men who are successful, or men who are successful don't want to date women with kids or with their own money. Please speak on that.
that. I mean,
now,
so
see, I can't say that because they're gonna be like, "Oh, well, yours is different because you met your husband when you was 25." But I'm just like,
I mean, having a child going into a marriage was complicated, but I feel like my husband loves me more because I help. I don't think he would like me and respect me the same if I didn't have all of the hustle that I have in me and was an equal partner. And even now, like my husband, you know, he's a little bit older than me and he has like plans of slowing down. Like he likes that I'm the person that can take what I got going on plus what he got going on and keep it moving.
okay.
It's like it's just different. I don't think he would like me if I didn't work. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Wealthy men, I say that a lot of times. Wealthy men, because you know I have producers who are young and they're trying to get married. Wealthy men essentially want women who can not pick up their slack, but back them up. Because if anything were to go wrong, who can do
sometimes it's up the slack. Sometimes it is that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's that I have to do my part plus his part, and I don't think that the relationship would be the same if he couldn't trust me to do that. So yeah. I feel I don't want a man that thinks that because they have money that I shouldn't have. I want somebody to want me to help.
Yeah. Now, now, how do you feel? Because you did speak on, I did see your interview with Funky Dineva. Shout out to Funky Dineva. He's one of my faves.
Miami. Yes.
He's one of my faves. One of your cast members on the show, I think her husband does not want her to have a business and be successful. He just wants her at home with the children. And I saw you say that's like really fucked up.
This is my mindset. And my mama taught me this.
Yeah.
Men can change their mind. And my husband could wake up tomorrow and be like, I don't like tall Black girls no more. I don't like it. And so you think my lifestyle should change? My kid's lifestyle should change because he changed his mind? And that's what I always, not that I think like my husband's going to leave me, but we just saw with Portia, the lady done let her whole husband gone, her whole man gone, whole life just turned upside down. And I always think to myself, like, you know, what if my husband, you know, flips on me? I don't want my whole life to turn upside down because he makes a choice. So,
girl, that's my motto too. We're going to be straight over here.
Either way, if you hear...
Yeah. Yeah.
You heard that? So
yeah.
I don't really buy into that, like, oh, staying at home. Yeah, there are times, you know, if my kids get sick, I do stay home with them and I go to work, but I'm not about to be at home every day.
Now, how do you feel? Like, do you have time to cook? Because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't have time to cook. I have people cooking for us. So, you know, before it was Uber Eats, and I saw everybody was gaining weight right here. I was like, I got to do something about this. This is not good. Because some things you do have to sacrifice. And for me, my schedule runs consecutively because of the multiple businesses that I have and what I'm doing. Right. Like, are you able to like still cook? I feel less than a woman that I can't cook, you know? You know?
No, I don't get to, I cook maybe like once a week. Like Sundays is the day if I'm like hanging out with my husband and we're still together, my daughter might come down and say, I want to cook, and I'll like cook with her. Okay. But the truth is that, no. Everybody eats, but I don't cook.
Now, what do you say to women that feel like, oh, they have to cook, they have to take care of the kids, and they have to manage their career and still be able to maintain a solid relationship with a wealthy man? Like, what is that mind frame? Because to me, that is absolutely impossible. Something is going to sacrifice.
It's not possible. How can you look cute, cook, take care of kids, run a business, clean, and like take care of your man too? So I just feel like the things that I can have other people do, like nobody can be with my man, so I'm gonna do that. Right. Nobody can run a business do that. Okay. But you know, like today, my nanny is picking up my kids from school. I don't feel any shame about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring them home. I'm gonna be the best mother I can be when they get here. Okay. Be the best I can be. But what is it for me to sit in traffic for 2 hours to go get them, bring them back? Like, if I can afford the luxury, thank God, I'm so blessed and I'm humbled by it. But why would I do something that I could pay someone else to do when I could focus on the things that other people can't do? Like, nobody can run my business.
Yeah. And I think that's where, you know, our women fall short, is because we feel that we have to do it all. Yeah. Like, I haven't even told my family that they're going to find out with this interview that I have a chef. I have nannies. I have cleaning people. They call me, they ask me like, Tasha, because you know they live in Florida. How you doing? We good over here. You know what I'm saying? But I don't talk about those things because is something that I will get. Oh, you let another woman around your man cooking, picking up your kids. It's like, oh my God.
I'm gonna tell you the truth.
If a man gonna cheat, he gonna fucking cheat. Let's just put it out there.
Regardless, I feel like it's a Black thing. We kind of do that because other cultures, like when I go to my kids' school, them white moms don't have no shame that they got 2 nannies. Like none. They're like, nanny is coming. I'm like, you want to schedule a play date? Yeah, the nanny will bring them. And they don't feel bad saying the nanny's going to bring their kids to a play date.
Yeah.
They don't feel bad to have housekeepers. Like they don't feel bad about it. They see it as a luxury. And I think that is a stigma in our culture. Yeah. To like have help is like you being like a little bit bougie or uppity. Like, girl, you could wash your own dishes. You could cook your own food. Yeah, I can if I needed to, but I don't have to.
That's my thing. It's like, I feel that we're still so behind mentally, financially. And I say that because, you know, there are a lot of women out here that have money that are Black that will refuse to let anybody in their house cooking or cleaning because they mama told them ain't nobody else supposed to be in your kitchen but you. You know what I'm saying? First of all, ain't another woman supposed to be around your man. Right. So I'm glad that you're very proud of speaking of that because speaking about that because me, I'm gonna be honest with you, because I live a very different lifestyle from my family. So for me, I'm like, I don't go in talking about those things because they're not gonna get it.
Right. Yeah, I don't talk about it much either. My mother-in-law is super old school. But I mean, it's not something that I'm gonna not have. Like if she come over here and somebody's here cooking, it is what it is. Because our lives are so big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's so many. I look at my mom and like my grandmother, they didn't have the same responsibilities I had. They didn't have 30 employees. They didn't have payroll due on Friday. They didn't have all of these things that I have the burden of. Mm-hmm. So I don't mind that to other people.
How does the women in your life look at your schedule? Do they judge you on that? Do they feel that maybe you're doing too much to have a husband and have kids? Have you had those conversations?
It's like 50-50. My sisters get it, but they grew up in the house with me, so they understand, right? Mm-hmm. Like my sisters are like, girl, hire another nanny for the weekend so we can go to Vegas. Like they understand. Mm-hmm. But I think like my mother-in-law and maybe even like some of my husband's family don't really understand it because they're traditional. And I accept it because I get it. I understand like they have traditional thoughts and it may be my daddy, you know, his mom has 6 kids and she stayed home and cooked and cleaned. So I know that they don't say anything to me, but I'm sure it's be funny, you know, like why this lady got nannies and cooks and drivers it's just.
No, I saw that your husband is like, because you spoke about that during Funky Dineva's interview, that your husband is extremely supportive of, you know, what you do. He doesn't mind helping with the kids. You just said, as long as you got some food on the table.
That's all he care about. He just care if it's food at home, if his kids good, if he could get some at night. It's a very simple.
Let me tell you something. Listen, that is the hardest part for me because although my libido is high, when I hit that bed, I'm like,
no, girl.
No, but I do realize, like I don't sleep as good at night when I say no.
Don't ever say
no. Sometimes I'll be like, I can't say no. I just be snoring. He's like, what the I'm tired. Listen, I'm tired. I can't help it.
I make time for that girl, no matter what.
No, trust me. Like, but for me, I gotta have a whole mood together. Like, I gotta have my wine, my little pen. You feel me? And it's gonna be like, okay, we ain't gonna be done till like 3 in the morning. I gotta get up at 6. I gotta start my day. Like, how do you?
Quick. So you're trying to make it cute. You trying to like.
I have to, because for me, once I'm in it, I'm in it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no.
Get it quick. Let's all go to sleep.
See?
15, 20 minutes. That's all you
like me, it's like at least. I'm telling you. Well, we just forget we got kids in the house. Like, luckily our house is very soundproof, but still. So because there's a lot of controversy online going on right now that, women such as yourself, such as me, we can't have it all. And I like that you're here sharing that, these things that men that are in your husband's position want are not necessarily the things that they need. What they need is a woman that is going to help keep what they have afloat for the family. Because don't nobody want to see their family struggling.
Right. And if my husband has to sit down, I'm sure that part of his peace of mind is that I could take over.
Yeah.
Like
that part. That part. Now, go ahead.
I was going to say, for whatever reason, he has to sit down. You know what I mean? Like his peace of your wife or your helper, your spouse can pick.
Now, how do you feel? Because you mentioned, and that was going to be a question of mine. How do you feel about the reality drama between Portia, Simon? How you, girl? I know you've been talking about it with your Atlanta reality friends. What y'all been talking about, honey? What is the why?
So, first of all, I'm progressive, but in some ways I'm traditional. I'll never have no young, cute, nobody frolicking in my pool or none of that. If anybody's around my husband, it's somebody that I pay and they answer to me. That's the truth.
That got a husband.
Anybody that work in this house, they don't answer to him. They answer to me. So there's boundaries within the women that come into this house. And my husband, if something goes wrong, you call me first. You don't call my husband. And so I don't like it. I love Portia. I think she's beautiful. I think she's fly. But that is fucked up.
Would you trust around your man?
Hell no. Girl. And then they come out saying, oh, that wasn't her friend. Girl, you was co-workers. At least y'all was co-workers. But
just imagine, like, the entire time she's been around this woman, she's been sizing her husband up.
Yes.
Like, how do you fall in love with somebody in 3 weeks? Girl, you've been in love. You've been infatuated with that woman's lifestyle. You saw a hole, you took it.
You saw a hole and you took it. And the thing that was a kicker for me, because obviously I had a child and I got married. Mm-hmm. When I saw the part about co-parenting, I'm like, ain't nobody co-parenting my child after 30 days. That's out.
I think that was a reach right there. Like, girl.
Y'all been together for a month and y'all talking about co-parenting? No.
But you know what's crazy is that Simon was Dennis's friend too.
That's what I'm saying. That's weird, right? Like, I don't care if you love Portia. I don't care if you're a Portia stan. You got to acknowledge that shit is fucked up.
Yeah. That's
your baby daddy's homeboy. That's your co-worker's husband. And y'all happen to be together co-parenting in 30 days or less.
Now, I just found some wine out because, the girl that, the young girl that came out, the stripper, who was sitting in Simon's car, and she was just like, how the hell, that girl, right. She said that on the same trip that Portia went on with Simon to Colombia, to Medellin, or whatever that country is, that city is. Yes.
Where they were?
She was invited to go and was supposed to go and couldn't make it. So he asked Portia to come. And after the trip, that was when he proposed. So Portia was the backup plan. He would have proposed to that chick had she would have made it on time. She would have got her bags and shit.
She could have had her 40 million.
She could have had her 40 million. And that's what I don't understand. Like, girl, do you not realize you're the backup plan? Like, he called the girl, the little girl first, the stripper first. Right, after he had bought coke for her a few times, put some $5K. She was supposed to go to Medellin with the 40 million. She couldn't make it. Slipped up, child. Slipped. Portia slid right into that shit too. Came back talking about, I was married, child. I was married.
Fumbling a bag, girl. You done missed the whole 40.
She fumbled the whole bag, okay? It's like, damn. But you know what?
Careful. You just never know. Like, I'm very, my husband is, he cute. He got money and he be around here in Beverly Hills, but I be watching. Yeah. I don't play that.
Because you know what? I don't care. Men can't see it.
Not at first.
Not at first. They cannot see that they are targets. And so for me, my husband's like, you crazy as fuck. I am. That bitch know too. I'm crazy. I'm telling you, like, because I remember when he was a manager in the restaurant industry, oh my God, like I had a girl call here one night, 12 o'clock, never happened before. She was like, hey, she called my husband's phone. I guess, he sent the call to voicemail. I picked it up. I'm like, who's she calling? He was like, I don't know, maybe it's something wrong at work. I called the bitch back.
What y'all need?
I said, what's going on? She was like, oh, I was just trying to see if like Shaq wanted to hang out with me and some employees after work. He ain't never hung out before. Right. What you call it? And I was pregnant at the time. So I knew what the fuck was going on. I said, if you ever call my motherfucking husband again, bitch, I'm going to find you. You going to see my ass. I had a show at the time. I had this show. I said, bitch, I'm going to find you. They're going to see my ass all over the motherfucking blogs.
That's real.
She was like, okay.
Not okay.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
Not okay.
Like, everybody has this number. No, they don't, because I got the phone. Bitch, no, they don't. No, they don't. But they'll try you. But I'm so glad that you're honest about that, because a lot of people are not being honest about that situation. And I feel that maybe there was something going on in the past. And Simon G has a little bit of a reputation. And here's what I would say to Portia. This is going to be his 5th marriage.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I don't know why she think maybe she may be a little different.
Well, Portia, just get all you can while you can.
Right, that's what I was going to say, because his marriages last an average of 2 years.
Yeah, and it's the one that, what's her name, Fallon, right? I was saw something online. Somebody sent it to me. She not getting a house. She ain't getting nothing really
because his prenup is pretty tight.
So he know what he doing.
I think he's Nigerian. Yeah, he's Nigerian or South African. They don't play about their damn money. They'll give you everything while you're with them. But as soon as they're done with your ass, it's a wrap. Done.
Yeah. I couldn't do it.
So I think she's in the honeymoon stage. Like, oh my God, like he's this, he's that. She saw that diamond. I mean, that'll make anybody like, oh my God, this is going to be my lifestyle. But to come with that, you need to talk to the ex-wives. There was a reason why Fallon was out here getting some dick on the side. Right. We're going to talk to him on Friday, her side piece.
Really?
Yeah, child. He was young too. She was pulling a Cassie. You know, Cassie married her personal trainer.
That's right.
This was her personal assistant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I know.
Girl, you got all the tea over here.
I just wanted to, see what you was gonna give me. You know what I'm saying? Like
that shit is fucked up. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'd be another reality show. I'd be on Snap because I kill somebody.
I'm telling you. And I help you because I'm for black marriages. And when I see these little skanks out here trying to disrupt that, no, but you don't understand. You are disrupting a foundation, okay? Generational wealth. You know, fall back. No. But I was going to tell you, though. So when I was a little girl, I was so poor and bad as fuck, right? And hype hair. Oh, my God. You have no idea, girl. We can talk for days. And so my mom had this boyfriend named Rob, and he used to get drunk, right? And then we would take his money. You know what I'm saying? He got paid like $1,000. But instead of me going to support black businesses, I chose to steal. So Hype Hair was one of my favorite magazines. And I used to get a starter coat. I was like 12 years old, and I would stick the magazine in the sleeve. So what I was going to say is I need your Cash App so I can pay that money back.
You in the red with Hype Hair?
Yes, I had that 49er starter jacket. You know how big them starter jackets was? And I would slip the magazine in the junior store. The 7-Eleven up my sleeve. That was a magazine I had to have.
Girl, I'm laughing, but that's a shame.
I know. And I feel bad for that because Hype Hair was a black-owned business before you took over it, right?
No, it wasn't. So it started off
I don't feel bad then.
Well, it depends on what year you stole it, because it could have been black.
I was 12 at the time, so I'm 39 now. That was almost 30 years ago.
Oh, so it was black on then.
Oh, okay. Let me get you that money back. Please. What's your cash? I'm going to need your Cash App.
Hot sex.
Please, I'm serious now. I'm serious. I got to get this off my chest. I got to get it. Okay.
So Hyper has had 3 owners. It started off with a Black family.
Okay.
They sold to an entity that owned other magazines, and then I purchased it from a subsidiary of that entity. So
nice.
technically the third owner, but yeah, technically the third owner. Black owned, white, back to Black owned.
Okay. How's it going for you? Like, how's the magazine industry going for you? Has it slowed down with digital, or what's going on with the magazine industry? I've always wanted to ask this.
Yeah. So it is, well, the great thing about Hyper has been around for 30 years.
Okay.
So there's an impression no matter what. Every person that's been on our cover, we've done a feature with, we haven't had to beg them to do it. They know the value of the magazine. And so that part has been easy. What has been difficult is that Hyper hasn't been in the forefront in the last 5 to 7 years.
Wow.
And so we are really tasked with like bringing it back to people's consciousness. Like, yeah, you know about Hyper, but how do you get it, right? Like, how do you access it? And so we're really letting new subscribers know, new followers know, new people that are on the website, like, how do you access Hyper? Because we're all digital now. So it's a digital. But I check our analytics every morning. And I mean, we got people from Africa, India, Asia that log onto this website to see what's going on in Black hair culture. And that's what I learned with buying this magazine. Black women set the trends. How are you in Asia and you logging on the Hyper magazine? You're in Africa, you're in India, you're in all these different, everywhere. We get hits on our website from every single part of the world.
Wow.
Shows me that Black women, you could be a Black woman in Atlanta, LA, you're setting a trend across the globe. You don't even know it. Women are going to the website to be inspired and to see what Black women here in the United States are doing. So, it's hard because you're speaking to so many different people, but it's easy because I just continue to speak my language, Black hair care. That's what I do. That's what I did with the beauty supply stores. All the creatives that work for the magazine are Black women. So we just got to make sure we're staying current and innovative. So that's the hardest part, but getting it to people is easy. Everybody got a phone or a computer.
Yeah. Okay, okay. No, that's good. I always wondered that because I see Forbes, I see Billboard, I see people, it seems like people has a leg up. And so, Hyper was something that was a big part of my childhood. And I stayed at the beauty shop. Stayed in the beauty shop. So I'm happy to see that it is now back in the hands of a Black family. And I'm sorry I didn't know no better. I knew better, but I didn't think about the consequences. You see what I'm saying?
Of course.
I didn't.
Girl, everybody I stole from when I was a kid, I'd be broke.
Oh my. Look. Oh my God. So no, thank you, but I'm gonna cash app you back because I gotta pay that forward. So and I'm gonna become a subscriber again. So which is good. So I'm gonna make sure every month I have my magazines.
I appreciate that. You're gonna it's
no,
great
I know. Are you guys focusing on the natural side? My daughter talked me into going natural. It took me a while to get used to it, but now I love it.
Yeah, we're focusing on all of it.
Okay.
So I feel Black hair care is not just one thing. And I think that sometimes we shame other women because of things that they do, right? So women weaves and wigs sometimes shame naturals. And then sometimes naturals shame women who wear weaves and wigs.
It's a war now. It's a war.
It is.
Because, it's like, don't be calling me bald head. Like, and you out here buying bundles. Don't do it.
Buying bundles.
Right.
Got your back.
Yes, exactly. You wearing somebody else's hair. Do you know what that little girl went through? Do you know, like, you know what I'm saying? So it is a war. It is.
So we purposely make sure that we structure our content to really hit all of it. We talk about color, we talk about natural, we talk about weaves, we talk about wigs, we talk about hair care, we talk about the benefits of wearing weaves and wigs and some of the negative things that come with it. And so I actually did a story in the magazine because I was tied to weaves and wigs, especially while I was filming. And I just cut my hair when I brought Hyper because I'm like, how am I talking to women about hair care and I won't even have a meeting without a wig on my head? Like that seemed like a contradiction. So I got bold and I cut my hair and I said, even like this, like I don't have on a weave or a wig, but I'm like, this is who I am. I'm showing up how I need to show up authentically and I'm not worried about how it looks.
Right. Okay.
And so talk about it all of it.
All right. I love it. No, I can't wait to get my subscription back. So, and I'm honored to have you here, 3rd generation owner. You know, like that's a big fucking deal.
It's a big deal.
Yes.
It's a big ability.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah. No, thank you. Is there anything else you want to add before we wrap this up? You are absolutely like a delight.
You are too. I'm really upset because I was supposed to be in Atlanta right now.
I know, because I would have loved to have you in my studio, in my wine cellar.
I'm really upset.
Yeah,
my team actually back from Atlanta this morning. Like, damn, I should have.
Yeah, because I would have put you in the wine cellar. You would have chose your wine. We would have had the cameras in there. It's real nice. And we have authentic conversations. But you can always come back. Call Chelsea up. Have your manager call Chelsea up and we'll get you on the books. Not a problem. Come through as much as you want.
Directly. That's how bad I want to come. I want to be in the...
Yes. Please. So, yeah, thank you so much for granting me this interview. Thank you for being so transparent and real. Do you want to tell the winos where they can follow you and ask questions and advertise with you and buy from you?
Yeah, I mean, tap into Hype Hair Magazine. That's like, I mean, I started the Girl Cave LA, and you can find the Girl Cave LA online. But really, Hype Hair Magazine is like my passion project right now. I've been knee deep in it for the last 90 days. So catch up with me, Hype Hair Magazine, hypehair.com, Hype Hair Mag on Instagram.
Okay.
And you'll see it all. You'll see the transition of the magazine. You'll see all the work we're doing, my team in Atlanta. So that's where you can find it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Now we're going to just say this is part 1 because we're going to have you back when you're in studio in Atlanta to sit down and really, really give it to us. So thank you so much, Miss Leah.
I appreciate you and thank you so much.
Anytime. And with that being said, we're just going to say now we got to go and then bye.